What is going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. Been a super hectic day for me so far. Went to bed at like 4 a.m, woke up at 7, just been working and dealing with stuff. So mostly Shopify related, got a ton of stuff to talk about in this video, but I want to dive into the topic a little bit further on influencer shoutouts. I know I've been making a lot of videos on that, but you guys seem to like it and are responding well. So I'm going to talk about how you can actually get them for free. Now, what do I mean by that? This is how you can actually get influencer shoutouts for free. On the front end. On the front end, you're not going to pay anything. You're going to do what's called a rev share, which we'll talk about later, but that's where you're not going to be paying them, $15 to post on their page. You're paying them, if you make $100, you're going to give them a set percentage of what they make on the back end. So you're not going to be paying them their flat rate up front, right? You're going to be paying them a fixed percentage on the back end based on the total revenue, and you'll agree on that percentage before you do the shout out. Yes, it's true, it's very hard to do. A lot of people won't agree to it, but I'm going to jump in and show you guys how I've been able to do that here and there. Personally, I don't really use this very much, but I know a lot of people who do. I like to just pay the 10, 15, 20 bucks or whatever up front because I know I select the right pages and I'm going to make a lot more on the back end. So if I'm going to have to give them half of my revenue on the back end, overall that's usually going to be more than the initial upfront payment. But if you don't have any money for shout outs or advertising or anything, this is probably the best way for you to go. I know a lot of people say, what do I do if I don't have money? How do I generate stuff organically? There's not really an answer to that, but here's the best way in my opinion. Now again, I haven't really done this too much. I know a lot of people who do, so I'm going to jump in and kind of talk about what they've been doing, what I do, how you can actually do this, and most importantly, how to actually convince people and talk to them and get them to agree to this, because most people aren't going to want to do it. But at the same time, if they don't want to do it, guess what? That's a big red flag. Why? Because if someone is gonna get 50% on the back end of whatever revenue you're gonna make from their page on that shout out, or take 20 bucks up front, and they choose to do the 20 up front and refuse to do the back end deal, that means they think they're gonna make more money by having you pay up front. So they know that it's not gonna work on their page and that shout out's gonna fail. So you gotta kind of be aware of that and know like why people are saying what they're saying. If it's a good page, they know themselves and they know their page and they know they're gonna make money off of it, they'll usually do it on the back end, especially if it's your first time order and you're trying to build that long-term relationship. But the best way to close people on anything for that matter, but specifically this, is get on a call with them. If you can jump on a call with someone, you can close them so much easier than over DM. People are just gonna blow you off over DM, but if you can get actually on the phone, you can close the hell out of people. Use sales tactics. I don't know how many of you have experience with closing over the phone, in person, agency, whatever, but use that psychology and that stuff and you can get them to agree so much easier on the phone than over DM. Now, like I said about a long-term relationship, that's the only way this is gonna work. They're not just gonna wanna keep doing rev shares or whatever, and especially if you're giving 50% and you're making $100, so that's $50 that you have to pay to them, but a shout out's only 20 bucks, and you do that one time, why would you keep doing that? You then want to go back and pay them their flat rate of 20 bucks because then you'll make a lot more. Your margin will be 80 instead of only 50. But this concept right here of a rev share absolutely eliminates all excuses that any of you and anyone else doing dropshipping who says they have no money can ever say. If you genuinely want to get into dropshipping but you don't have the money to do it, this is how you would do that. Yeah, you're gonna have to put in a lot more work and talk to a lot more people to find people who would actually be interested in this, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, if you can build that clientele, start making some money, and then just go back and pay them their regular rate because you'll make more on the back end, that's how you do it. That's the best way if you don't have money. I know a lot of you guys are young, you're probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 15, 20 college students, adults. I don't really know my exact demographics yet, but it doesn't matter. If you don't have money or don't want to spend money, right? That's a whole nother topic. If you just want to test out their page and you only want to pay based on results, you could also take this approach. For me, I know I've talked a lot in my videos on about how it's really cheap to actually do a shout out. It's only like 5, 10, 15 bucks, and I'm willing to just pay that up front. That's because it's faster, easier, and I'm really selective with the pages I pick, so I know I'm targeting the right ones. But for you, that might be different, so rev share might be a much better option. So if you're gonna listen to me at all in this video, it's the next 20 seconds, pay attention. Yes, everybody can do this, and everybody will do this. Pages are gonna try and tell you, oh no, we don't do this. This is our rates, this is what we charge. That's not true. You can negotiate, you should negotiate. If you can get on a call, you can close them much easier on the idea, but if you're focused on building that long-term relationship with them, they're gonna try and do something on the back end. If they don't work with them. At the end of the day, if you don't have the money, you can't pay for the shout out, then don't work with them if they won't just do a deal on the back end, because they know they're not gonna make that money for you, so they know they're not gonna get paid. But that's my little rant for today. I hope that helped you out. If you don't have any money for influencer shout outs, Facebook advertising, whatever, that's definitely the approach I would take if I was in that situation. Let me know what videos you guys wanna see. Just drop a comment below and be sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you want me to keep dropping videos every single day. With that being said, take it easy. Peace.